Hi guys, welcome to another game in Armies of Exigo. This time will be another game between me and Suvak on the map Terraform, 1v1, and let's just unpause it and let's go for it. Of course, you can immediately see that there is something different. I'm not playing as Fallen in this game. I decided to go with Empire against Suvak on Empire as well. Of course, this is his main race. Basically, for sure, the strongest Empire player, so this will be really difficult, but surprisingly, I lately had quite decent success with Empire as well, even though I considered it my weakest race, but I tried some, let's say, alternative strategies. I think you will see something quite interesting in this game, so yeah, definitely you have something to wait for here. I'm opening simply with one barracks here in the choke point, trying to make some front base, close it for potential later expansion, and also to just kind of course protect it on a really advantageous spot. This is something Suvak usually does. He just gathers lots of extra resources before going for any buildings, so as you can see he's actually gonna be on 9 villagers, I believe, right now. And when he produced the 9th villager and started the 10th one, he goes for double build here for barracks and farm, while my barracks are already at like 80%, so we should definitely have something out much sooner in terms of a swordsman or even starting a tower. But of course he has a small resource advantage right now. So yeah, I'm immediately starting my swordsman, also the scout tower, kinda protected by the farm as well. The second peasant is returning to our base. I could send him to scout, but I don't think this was random races, so we probably knew each other's race. And it's not like I would actually have to find where he is if it would be a 4-player map or something. And I knew that I will have really early swordsman, so I can just scout him with the swordsman. As you can see, he's sending a peasant, but he's only like maybe 5 seconds faster than me, maybe 10, but won't really achieve much. So I'll deal some damage to him here, then we'll of course turn around so we can continue scouting and producing second swordsman that can deal with this guy, and also our tower is already upgrading. His main goal here is to just scout if I already started my expansion or not. Same thing for me, of course, which we are going for right now. This was actually a misclick. I think I will pull the swordsman back once again, which we just did. So I get into my main base. Here I just took my peasants, one shot to this peasant, so he can't scout me anymore. Now we already have the tower, so he cannot come with any more scouts. And my swordsman is running into his base. He doesn't really have anything to fully block it here. He tried hold position here, but there was another guy below the tree, so that wasn't enough. I got into his base. We see he doesn't have expansion. He opened with 2 barracks, so that means he's going for a little bit more production than me. I have only 1 barracks, but he also doesn't have a tower. He's actually going for a blacksmith. So yeah, this is indicating some elf rangers or pikemen or lots of swordsmen with upgrades, something like that usually. And now I also saw the tier 2 upgrade on his town hall to the stone keep. So lots of information. This was really valuable. Of course this swordsman will most likely die because he can just block it now. But I see that he's just producing lots of swordsmen. He went tier 2, he made the blacksmith and still no expansion, so he's just not going for the economical approach now. He's probably trying to cheese me with some push or create a really strong map presence with really dangerous army, and then potentially just double expand or something to catch up. This is just a farm, so no Elven Sanctuary or anything. We don't have to worry about that yet, because of course if you could also go like 1 base Valkyries or something to cheese me, but that doesn't seem like that would be happening right now, so we don't really have to worry about that. And now I saw of course elf rangers, so I kinda knew, okay, 2 barracks and blacksmith, yeah, he's definitely going for some elf ranger push. So yeah, how are we going to prepare for this? My expansion is now basically finished. He might just start his, or he will go all in. We don't really know, of course, we don't have any more scouts here right now. But I went for Elven Sanctuary and second barracks. Here he came with 1 swordsman. He managed to get into my base. Of course, he scouted the expansion. That's some good value for him. But the thing is, if he checked this Elven Sanctuary, which I don't know, of course he could still just think that it's a scout, either Phoenix or Gerard for Elven, for Ice of the Forest, or it could be like Valkyries or something. But why would I build it in the front like this? Of course I wanted to block the watchtower, but yeah, I don't know if he checked it. I still don't think he would really do anything about that information, of course. And now we are basically fully gathering on both bases, or like at 80%, so definitely we have much bigger income. He actually decided to go for a decent push here. I've only 3 swordsmen here to defend, but I have the tower there. Of course, I will take my peasant to repair it, and he can't really push into this, yeah. So he actually lost a swordsman there, and also took lots of damage on his other units, and we didn't really lose anything. I just repaired the tower. My units are still kinda healthy, so no problem. Now I'm going for second barracks and also second Elven Sanctuary, and finally for the stone keep upgrade. Once we have saturated both of our bases, we also made a blacksmith in the back for faster wood gathering and also some upgrades potentially. Would be probably better here, there is more trees, but doesn't matter as much. And yeah, he cannot shoot any buildings, I think, without getting into the range of my tower, so this is kinda impossible for him to push. Maybe if he got the longbows upgrade, or how it's called, just the extra range that you can get in barracks, then maybe he could outrange the tower by like shooting the barracks from this side or something, or maybe these barracks rather from here. Maybe he could actually even do that now, but yeah, I guess he didn't really want to do that. And you can already kinda see what strategy I'm going for here. Finally, I'm also going for the temple when we have the stone keep and third barracks. But as you can see, the main strategy now is to get some dryads, and basically, of course, yeah, he has ranged units, so he can kite me, which is dangerous, but if I can enchant them, then I can catch up to them and get some free kills. So that was the main idea behind this. I'm also getting trailblazing, so we can quickly run to him, that's even better. And then also advanced barracks here, so we can produce even faster, and we have a tankier building here. I also placed down by one eye over forest, because I had vision like here maybe, or I saw like 2 units, but now I have full vision, so I know what's happening, and now I ran into him. Unfortunately, he had really quick reaction, so I got only 1 kill there, but if he would be slower, I would just kill all of his units, yeah, so this was really dangerous for him. But fortunately for him, he managed to escape quite quickly. So now he's just running back. He already has priests, so that's the advantage he has. Of course, I have lots of dryads, like half of my army, so that's the advantage I have, of course. And now I'm also starting to produce my priests, spending lots of gems for that, also getting more swordsmen and also some towers on my bases, because I don't know if he's going for Valkyries or what's the strategy there. I will check his expansion, usually the first one you take, so of course we want to check that first. Now I will try to regroup here, maybe wait for some priests or just more swordsmen. As you can see, production is still continuing in all of my buildings constantly. We are also going for castle and teamwork. The teamwork idea, of course, was that we can quickly expand behind this pressure. That's the advantage of Empire. Yeah? Teamwork allows you to make expansions extremely quickly. Much quicker than any other race. And of course I wanted to get castles so we can either get some better upgrades or also unlock mages eventually. Yeah, I don't think I'll utilize it immediately, so it would be probably better to get the teamwork first and maybe go expand or something, and then the castle later. But I wanted to be ready for mages because I was expecting him to go mages quite quickly, which is not really happening yet, so that's fine. Here I have a flower, so I see his army. I'm setting up some more eyes of the forest around the map, so we have some vision when he will be coming close. I will know about that. And he doesn't actually have Elven Sanctuary yet. He started it now, so there is no way for him to scout this. Of course he can see it, and there is an invisible entity, but he doesn't have a Phoenix or Dryad to scout it yet. I took my Phoenix now, flew into his base. Of course he has a tower here, but that cannot kill me. I just wanted to see what he has, so the important thing I'm looking for is his main building. We see that it's not a castle, so that means he's not going for fast mages or steambirds or knights or something like that. And now we'll also check his second base. We see the Elven Sanctuary. So maybe we can also check his army. I'll probably lose the Phoenix, but yeah, we get lots of information, so it's definitely valuable. And I also saw these buildings, so now I know that he's going for the third base. But of course he's just building it normally. I have the teamwork now ready, so we can potentially build the expansion quickly. I'm going for 4th barracks, while one of them is advanced, so basically 5 production buildings. Plus we have of course temple and double Elven Sanctuary, going for a resurrection now even. We can even get disciples when we accumulate some gems, because we already have castle. And I remade my Phoenix of course, so we can get some dynamic scouting again. It's good to have the flowers around the map, but those can get killed and you can't really move them. As you can see now I lost one here, because he made a Phoenix to scout it. So it's always good to have at least some Phoenixes, at least one, so you can scout around the map. He saw my expansion, but not much he can do about it. If he pushes in, it might be his end. As you can see, he's actually ahead by 9 population, but this army is way more dangerous than it might seem like. And here I'm just power building, 5 on town hall, another one building a tower there. Of course, I don't want to fight him in a choke point because he has ranged units, so that's not ideal. I have to either push him back or just pull back myself if he'll be aggressive. But yeah, of course, for swordsmen with trailblazing are much faster than priests, so I can kinda quickly catch up with him. My Finnies was scouting him, so I know what he has. But he didn't really want to fight on the open field, even though he has way more priests, decent amount of units. He can utilize these towers, so why he wouldn't do that. But yeah, now we are actually getting to interesting fight, because he has 3 more population, he has lots of towers here, but I have Dryads with bears, so now we are going for dire bear strategy. That's of course something really unusual, but they have bash damage, so they are really strong against buildings. That was the main idea here behind this, to kill the buildings really quickly. I even have some units holding his second army down there. So I'm trying to get some bears to the towers as soon as possible, so we can kill them. They also have quite decent HP, so they can also tank the damage quite nicely. And as you can see, we are definitely doing some damage to him. Unfortunately, he has these elf rangers in the back dealing lots of damage, and I can't really get to them, so that was the main problem here. But the important thing is that he is not gathering resources from this base right now, and I'm not like dying by a lot. Yeah, of course I'm losing lots of units, that's true. Maybe he got more kills here. As you can see, he's still ahead in population a little bit. I think there is bugged sound, let me pause it for a second. Yeah. But the important thing was that he wasn't gathering here for a second, and I still managed to escape with a decent amount of units. As you can see, yeah, he has bigger army. Of course I was fighting under towers, so this couldn't go like too well for us. But now I have an expansion that is working pretty nicely. He lost some peasants here, he wasn't gathering for a long time, and now we gained some economical advantage back. Of course, he's 30 population ahead, that's not ideal. But if he decides to push into me, actually he even has a level 4 swordsman here, interesting. If he decides to push into me, I have some towers ready in both bases. He has a catapult, but we can push that. And if he comes like this, I can get free kills always, because I have the Dryads that can just enchant him and he can't run away. I surround him, I get free kills. Yeah, so this was 3 swordsmen that just died for absolutely free for me. And once again, it closed the gap between our population differences by a little bit. We found one Dryad here. I think we can kill it. I have the flower here, so I will scout this one as well. Destroy it immediately. It's only 50 HP, so really easy to take down. We have only level 3 swordsman, but it's still the same aura as level 4, so it's kinda the same. And he already started making mages, so that's important. The thing is that I already also have Obsidian Tower. I'm not making any mages yet. I was struggling with gems a little bit, but I'm already getting my decree. I wanted to also get some priests again, and all the extra gold will just pump into more swordsmen. I made some more towers here, another barracks, and going for another expansion. As you can see, he's definitely ahead in bases. I'm making my 4th base now, while he's making the 4th and 5th advance. Now we actually decided to cancel this, not sure why. Maybe he has some wood problems, so didn't want to overspend. So yeah, we are actually both making the 4th base now, so it's okay. He started it sooner, but he's still not utilizing the teamwork. I was actually, looks like power building the tower here, but we'll quickly solve to this. Yes, the swordsman here, I think he sees this maybe. The question is if he will actually do something about it. He's getting Circle of Ancients, so trying to get to some knights. And I finally have my mage as well in my army, so that's really important. Second mage joining as well. He's still like 12 population ahead. But of course I have the flowers everywhere, so I know about this movement. Once again, catching some of his units, even level 3 swordsmen, so really valuable. And immediately swarming him. He actually did some decree harassment with the mage. 2 mages actually, he lost them fortunately, but he killed lots of peasants. And I think I didn't see this during the game, so I didn't start reproducing immediately. There was other harassment here as well, so yeah, here I managed to hide my peasants. The other one I didn't see, so I will be gathering a little bit slower there for a while, but as you can see, we managed to equal the population, and I actually overtook him now by quite a decent amount, so that was definitely pretty good. He has this base, but it's not really working, so that's not that big of a problem. I'm making some new towers here, of course, and going for a really strong push. And he can try to continue split pushing me to other bases, but I have lots of towers there, so for him to actually have any chance of killing something there, it would take him lots of time and effort and lots of units. And now he sees this huge danger that I'm presenting to him in the form of this basically all-in push. I have 20 more population, I have the mages there. He has decreased, that's true. He's definitely dealing some heavy damage here to my swordsmen, but they are kinda tanky, so yeah, we still lost like 4 there. But I managed to retreat with the rest. We have lots of priests, so this should be almost insta-heal. And the thing is that I'm bringing lots of my mages now, which not only have decree as well, but you can also cast dispels, of course. It's not easy to dispel decrees with mages, because the decree damage is really quick, but it can be definitely done. I casted lots of enchants, so I didn't have much mana left, but I was able to summon 4 bears, of course, once again running on the towers immediately. As you can see, they can like 2 bears can destroy the tower in 4 hits, so that's really decent. They don't have the fastest attack speed, but it's decent. So some decrease here from both sides. I definitely lost some mages here, but I think we'll maybe resurrect them. We have lots of priests with good mana. So actually maybe I didn't resurrect this. But the thing is that we have way more units, so that's really important. He has the knights here, that are definitely dangerous, of course. Those are strong units, but you have to keep in mind that I have the Dryads ready, so that's a really hard counter to the knights. If you can just catch him, he won't be able to do anything, of course. Or if you just surround him with 20 swordsmen, that's another way of killing him pretty easily. He has the catapult there, but I don't really think that's doing much. Catapults are to destroy buildings mainly, so... or like defend behind towers, but not in like open field like this, when I have fast units. And so yeah, here I catch the knight, because that's the dangerous unit, also a swordsman, why not? I'm running with more swordsmen from behind, keeping him alerted. He even used litany here, for even faster movement speed. But we nicely decreed his priest here, that was really important. He's bringing more and more knights. I'm kinda AFK here with my army. I guess I was producing more units, but we are still maintaining like 40 extra population on our side, so that's really good. Here I didn't have any more mana, unfortunately, to enchant these guys, but I still managed to somehow maneuver my mages out. He nicely decreed me, but I survived on 10 HP. Fortunately, the decree is not enough to kill me like this. And I decreed him back a little bit, I think. We killed some priests there. And as you can see, we are still maintaining 70 extra population. He's not really able to expand behind this because he just doesn't have resources. We are maintaining really strong pressure once again, enchanting the knights. He landed a decent decree. Here he has a tower, some catapults, but I'm already getting in, so not much for him to survive with. And here I saw that he has some mages here, so I just took one mage, same as I would take a matriarch with Fallen. And I just went into him like this, casted some decrees, and we easily took all 3 mages out, so that was really important. And that actually made him call it GG and leave. So yeah, I think pretty interesting game. Finally a revenge on Terraform. I think in the last video I showed you guys, it was Fallen against Beast, and I lost there. And it definitely wasn't the first matchup I lost, so I was kinda happy about this win, of course. But I've, of course, more prepared for you, so... don't worry about that. In terms of kills, yeah, we are basically on same units. I had 15 more, but we got better kill-loss ratio there, so a little bit better micromanagement and army composition. We got more larger army, a little bit more buildings as well. He had more researches, so he had a little bit stronger units. Gold was basically balanced. He actually spent more, but we harvested more. He definitely got way more wood, but we didn't really need it. Still 500 in stock. He had only over 1000, and we got a little bit more gems, but he also spent more. So yeah, overall he actually spent more resources on everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, something a little bit different. If possible, I'll try to maybe weave in some other races if I play in the games, but of course on this channel I try to also post games from other players. So ideally, if you want to guys see some other people playing in these replays that I'm showing you, you should just play lots of games, and if some of them will be interesting, I will definitely commentate them and post them here. Originally it was lots of games between Makrozerk and Suvak. Now when Makrozerk is taking a break, it's mainly games between me and Suvak. So yeah, if you guys want to also be here, of course, make sure you play lots of games and post the replays on our Discord channel. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care, guys.